Welcome back to another episode of Drunk Bread. I'm with my boy here right now, Quinten.
Quinten.
Alright, bạn là người nước nào?
Tôi là người Nam Phi.
Người Nam Phi. Alright. There's a lot of South African fellas and ladies, you know, in this beautiful country and beautiful city. I haven't met one I don't like. They're all awesome. Yeah, so wouldn't you agree there are a lot of South Africans here in Vietnam?
Yeah, actually I've met more than I've met when I was living in China.
Oh, yeah. I've actually met more South Africans than I have Americans
In
Vietnam.
Nice.
Yeah. I you know, and hey, isn't that wonderful? You know, the fact that people want to travel internationally, but I think in particular, how would you explain, why is there so many South Africans here?
Well, I think because Vietnam is an easy place to come to.
Mm-hmm.
Like visas and all that stuff is super easy to get here.
Of course.
And it's definitely South African vibe, I think. Here,
yeah.
But
culturally it jives, is what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely. Culturally it jives. Full on.
Sure. And maybe you mean like how sociable people are. You've described South Africa as being very like, let's have a barbecue today, let's hang out today, you know, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Vietnamese people are definitely more friendly than most of the people I've met, and I've been a lot of places in the world. So, yeah, like Vietnam is a happy place, man.
Happy place. Cheers to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, now what keeps you here? I'll put it that way. What keeps you here?
Well, first of all, my soulmate lives here. My Vietnamese girlfriend that I've known for like 2 years.
Right.
And soon to marry.
Right. You know, and the best part about Vietnamese women, they're biologically incapable of aging nor getting fat.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I'll take it. I mean, if you got a choice.
It's like, hey baby, you got a weight problem. You have to eat more.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a woman clocking in at 81 pounds, and I know that's our constant struggle.
Yeah, it's like he says pounds, we talk kilograms. Mine weighs 39 kilograms, which is nothing, like an 11-year-old kid. Right.
And my wife is like reading diet stuff. She's like, they say it's not good to eat before bed. Hence, I eat immediately before bed.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm so round.
Perhaps so. But hey, while we're on the topic, I mean, hey, I you know, me, Brad, Drunk Brad in particular, can talk about Vietnam all day long, but it's nice to have other folks like Quinten here, you know, so, you know, I'm not full yeah. So anyway, we were talking earlier, but what do you really like about it here? I mean...
Well, except for that the love of my life lives here. Vietnam is an easy place, man. Everything is easy. It's really easy to buy things, really easy to fix things, really easy to get things done. It's a super simple country to live in. Right.
And in particular, I mean, as an example, we've got like a broken cell phone here, you know, which in America, best case scenario, you've got yourself some insurance on the phone, and then you pay your $50 deductible, and then you wait 3-4 days, and then they'll send you a new one.
And for $50, I'll buy a new phone here.
Sure. How much would it cost to repair this?
Well, but the last time it cost me 300 dong to fix it. Which
300,000.
Yeah, 300,000 dong, which is what, like
$13, 14 bucks. I don't know exactly.
Like $13, right? So, and it took them 3 hours. I went to the shop at 11. They said come back at 3, and it was fixed. No hassle, no muss, no fuss. That's
there it is. Yeah, and similarly, my average motorcycle repair bill is in dollars, like, oh, under $5 for sure. Like, I need a throttle cable replaced because my throttle broke off. Yeah, that was a $2.20 repair.
Yeah, I went to just change the oil and do a little general checkup. It cost me 100,000 dong to fix.
Yeah, $4 something.
And that was a new oil.
Oil change and
checking the brakes and making sure the engine is smooth and all that stuff. And that was just a checkup. And that technically they did for free because the oil cost 100,000.
So would you say overall it's easy for a person to integrate, into life in Vietnam?
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, it was easy. But I've been traveling for a long time, so for me, getting used to a new place is really easy. But for somebody that never done it before, Vietnam is definitely an easy place to get used to, for sure.
Perhaps a good first country to check out.
Oh
you
yeah,
think?
definitely.
Yeah.
Like my first country was China, and that was a mistake.
Sure.
Not a mistake. I loved living in China for a while, but it was super hard because I can speak Chinese, obviously. Still can't. Everything was super difficult to do in China. Like I had to go through several people to do something for me in China instead of actually being able to do it myself here. And here, even if you know no Vietnamese, pointing and gestures, I do that a lot. I talk with my hands, and we get things done.
Right on. And I got to point out the safety part, because I feel super safe here. And that's what most people say. Like, even a woman traveling alone, I don't know that feeling personally, of course, but a lot of women have told me, like, if they travel India, let alone China, in some cases, and I don't want to say anything bad about either country, but yeah, they just don't feel safe. Like a woman traveling alone at night in India, no way. But in Vietnam, they naturally are like,
yeah, for sure. It's a little different from men to women. But I come from South Africa, which is a super dangerous place. It is, unfortunately, very beautiful, and I love my country very much, but it is dangerous. It's one of the most murderous places in the world, and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And here in Vietnam, I don't even think about it. You don't hear of people getting murdered, and you don't hear of people getting robbed, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm sure it happens, but with such infrequency that it's negligible, right? It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Most of the times I don't lock my front door. I just lock the gate outside, and I don't even think about it. I'm not worried that somebody's going to come into my house and rob my things,
right?
Or kill me or something like that. And like here as well, like going out after hours, you'll be perfectly safe.
Right.
Even more so if you're a man, obviously. Like women here, I see foreigners walking around after everything's closed because everything closes at 11.
Yeah, generally.
It's a super safe place. You don't hear a lot of violence or anything like that. Obviously there are. I mean, like in any other place, there are bad people. But I think there are less bad people here than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, I would say so too. Well, hey, so what are some other things that you enjoy about it here?
Well, Bunin.
I introduced you. Yeah, that one late night time, you get hooked. They put their hooks in you.
Yeah, no, but the variety of food and stuff here is amazing. I super love that. I'm a finicky eater. I'm full of shit when it comes to food because I come from a place where the food is delicious.
Let alone you were a former cook.
Yeah, full on. And as well, I've been I used to be in the food industry for like 19 years. So when it comes to food, I know what I like. And the food here is super tasty and very cheap. Like you can fill your tummy for 50,000 and still buy a pack of smokes. You know.
Oh, with that same 50.
Yeah,
Oh,
with the same 50,000 for sure. Like, and then beers are cheap.
Yeah, I mean, we just got 6 beers for 50 grand. So that's like $2.25 or something like that. Yeah,
sure.
for 5 beers.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah.
For the South African guys, that's less than R1 a beer.
Yeah. So, I mean, along the way, what advice, or okay, let's just say we were talking with someone that's never been to Vietnam, let alone never been outside of their country before. What would you want to tell them? I mean, if you could just kind of put it somewhat succinctly. It's a vague question, but...
Yeah. First of all, dude, get out of the country. Travel a little bit. Go see the world, for crying out loud. Even if you do it for 1 month. Just do it, you know? Like, and then go back and get into your normal things there. But Vietnam is definitely a good startup country if you like...
new to traveling,
if you're new to traveling, right? What else can I say? The people here will always try to help you, which is awesome.
Yeah, I would agree with that. After years, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like Vietnam is it's just beautiful. There's a lot of things to do here, a lot of places to see. If you're just doing traveling and not like me, actually planning to live here. But I don't know.
Are you happy with your decision to live here long term?
Oh yes, for sure. Like I'm just happy that my soulmate lives in Vietnam.
Women will do that to the best of us, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm happy that Vietnam is the place that I actually decided to settle, because it's a simple life here, and I'm a simple person when it comes to that. I like easy, I don't like complicated, and that's it, man. It's just super simple here.
Right. For me to move all my stuff, it could have fit in one truck. I mean, like the number of possessions I have, the number of bills I have are so close to zero.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's...
me too, man. Like when I moved the other day, I had a big truck, but technically speaking, I needed a taxi. For my stuff that
everything you own.
The biggest thing I have is my TV, but that's because I like TV.
Fair enough. So be it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess in general, I would just want to echo and say, moving here is easier than you think. Life here is way easier than you think. Obviously, I encourage learning the language and getting as deep into the culture as you can. The more, the better. You know, in fact, along the way, you talked about going to your girlfriend's engagement ceremony,
mm-hmm.
you know, and what that was like, you know, to be with people.
Yeah, that was super fun. Like, here, you have a big party for the engagement and a big party for the wedding. The engagement looked like a wedding, which was brilliant. It seems a little bit expensive, but I mean, it's all up to you as a person, right? But it was super fun meeting all the grandpas and grandmas and aunts and uncles and all that stuff, which is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And so anyway, in the end, being here in Vietnam, in my own opinion, is the best country I've been to in the world. And I will be here for life, no question.
I agree with that. For sure.
All right. Friends for life.
Definitely going to be like 2 old men sitting on the rooftop. No balcony, no porch here, but we got rooftops, which is better. But yeah, like definitely 2 old grey guys here. Like, Vietnam is so cool.
Yeah, keep getting after it. Well, hey, consider it, y'all. Look into it. Make it happen. Do what you got to do. Get your ass out here and make it happen. You know, get out here to Vietnam and check out how wonderful life can be.
Hey?
Yeah. Come back is the Chinese.
No, Gapla is see you later.
Okay. Pardon me. I stand behind that. Yeah. But nevertheless, Hang Black. Yeah.